Good morning, students. Let us continue with the second half of module 4, that is math instructions or the mathematical instructions. The PLC's math functions, they allow us to perform arithmetic functions on the values, and the results of the arithmetic operations will be stored in memory words or registers. There are four mathematical functions performed by PLCs, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We are all familiar with these operations. Addition is it will add one data with another data and the result is stored in the destination. Subtraction, one data is subtracted from another data. Then multiplication, one data is multiplied with second data, and in the division, the first data is divided by the second data and the result is stored in the destination. Math instructions use the contents of two words or registers and perform the desired function. The PLC's instructions for data manipulation, that is data transfer and data compare, are used along with the mathematical operations to perform mathematical functions. The mathematical instructions are all output instructions. We should be aware of it, that the mathematical instructions or the math instructions are all output instructions. The commands in SLC 500 PLC and its associated RS logic software as follows. We will be looking into the various commands of SLC 500 PLC and its associated RS logic software. The commands are like this. First is CPT, that is compute command. It evaluates the expression and stores the result in the destination. Then ADD stands for addition, that is it adds the value in A, that is source, with the value in another register, say B, and the result is stored in the destination. Suppose say value in A is 20, value in B is 30, then it will add 20 plus 30, that is 50, and the result will be stored in the destination register. Similarly, with the subtract instruction SUB, it subtracts value from source register B from the source register A and stores the result in the destination. Then coming to the multiply instruction, multiplies the value in A with the value in B and the answer will be stored in the destination register, in some other register. Value in A register will be multiplied with the value in B register, right? And the answer will be stored in some other register, which is called as the destination register. Fine. We'll be looking into the details as to how these various commands and the instructions work in detail. Then div, which is divide instruction, it divides the value in A by the value in B and the answer will be stored in a destination register. SQR stands for square root. It computes or calculates the square root of the source and places the integer result in the destination. Then negate NEG instruction, it changes the sign of the data. That is, if the value is positive, it will make it negative. If the value is negative, it will make it positive. It negates or changes the sign of the source. Then converting from integer to BCD. The integer value is converted into BCD value, converts a 16-bit integer source value to BCD and stores it in the math register or the destination register. Then from BCD, that is converting to BCD is one mathematical operation. Then converting from BCD to integer is another mathematical operation. That is converting from integer to BCD is one part. Then converting from BCD to integer is another instruction. It converts a BCD value in the mathematical register to an integer value and the integer value is stored in the destination register. Fine. This is the mathematical instruction, that is compute instruction. Here expression is written, that is a mathematical operation. For example, say A plus B into D or A plus B minus C, something like this is written here. The expression, this expression is evaluated, that is it is calculated and the answer will be stored in this destination register. This is how this mathematical instruction, that is CPT or compute, works, right? I hope everyone are following here. Yes. Then most mathematical instructions take two input values, perform the specified arithmetic function and output the result on the memory location. That is, the mathematical instructions, they take two input values, they operate on two input values, perform the required operation, either it may be addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, and the answer will be stored in the memory location. For example, the add instruction performs the addition of two values stored in the memory locations. Now, how these values are accessed depends on the controller. Next figure shows the add instruction used with the SLC 500 controllers. The operation of this add instruction is like this. Let us see the details of the ADD instruction. In this ADD instruction, the value stored in source is 25, value stored in source B is 50, and the addition of these two, that is 25 plus 50 is how much? Yes, it is 75. 50 plus 25 is 75. This 75 is stored in the destination, that is N7:2. Okay, so in that particular file number 7 and the word number 2, right, that particular memory location, the answer 75 is stored. This is stored when this instruction is activated when the switch is closed. When switch is closed, examine if closed instruction is activated, SW instruction, and because of this, the SLC 500 add instruction will be activated. The counter program that uses the ADD instruction, the program in the next figure shows how the ADD instruction can be used to add the accumulated counts of two up counters. We'll be looking into one more program which shows how the ADD instruction works on the counters. Right? We'll be using two counters here, and we'll check whether the addition of the count value of the two counters is equal to or greater than 350. Let us see the program. This is switch S1, it is closed. So S1 examine if close instruction is activated. When this is activated, CU up, that is counter up CTU instruction will be activated. That is, it will start varying the value from accumulated value 0 up till 350. Similarly, the switch S2 is closed. When examine if close instruction is true, count up instruction, it also starts to count from 0. It varies towards 350. Then here in add instruction, C5.0 dot accumulator, that is the answer of this CTU instruction, counter up instruction. First counter up instruction is stored here. Then the value of accumulated value of the CTU count up counter, second count up counter instruction is stored here, C5:1 dot accumulator. The two values will be added and the answer will be stored in N7:1. Then once the answer is stored, once this rung is activated, that is fourth rung, first, second, third, fourth, it will check whether the value in N7:1 is greater than 350 or equal to 350. If it is equal to 350 or greater than 350, then the pilot light PL1 will be turned on. PL1 will be turned on. Okay. So this is how it checks whether the value is greater than 350 or equal to 350. Okay, it adds the values in the two counters and it will check whether the addition of the two counter values is equal to 350 or it is greater than 350. Then there is a reset instruction to reset the values. If we want to reset this counter C5:0 first counter, we can reset it. Similarly, parallelly also the second CTU count up counter instruction will also be reset. Okay, this is how we will be adding the two counter values and checking whether the addition of the two count values is equal to 350 or greater than 350. Okay, I hope this program is clear to everyone. Yes. Then processor status file S2. This status file is used to check whether after adding two numbers, whether carry is generated, or after adding two numbers, if the value is more than the value which can be stored in the register, right? If it is the overflow condition, then whether the addition of two values is whether the subtraction of two values is providing 0, then whether the sign of the number is positive or negative. So all these can be checked using these bits in the status file S2. Let us see these bits. First one is the carry bit C, address S2:0/0. It is this S2 is the file and 0 is the word. Bit is 0. In this bit it is set to 1 when there is a carry in the EDD instruction or a borrow in the subtraction instruction. Suppose if you are adding two numbers, say 1 plus 1 is 0 with 1 carry, right? There is a carry generated. Or you are adding, say 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6 is 13, correct? So there is a carry 1. That time this carry bit will be set, or the after the subtraction instruction, if there is a borrow, then this carry bit will be set. Then overflow bit, this is set to 1 when the result is very large in the register. Suppose if you are adding two numbers, say the maximum value that can be stored in register is 8 bits. After adding two numbers, if the value is say 9 bits or 10 bits, then there will be overflow condition. That is, overflow bit will be set, or it will be made equal to 1. Setting means what here? Set condition means it will be made equal to 1. Then after performing the subtraction operation, if the answer of the subtraction operation is 0, then this S2 colon 0 slash 2, that is S2 file 0 word second bit will be made equal to 1. Then sign bit address S2 colon 0 slash 3, this is set to 1 when the result is a negative number. If the answer is a negative number, then the sign bit will be made equal to 1. Okay, it will be set to 1. This S2 colon 0 slash 3 will be made equal to 1. Fine. Moving on to the subtraction instruction. The SUB subtraction instruction is again an output instruction only, which subtracts one value from another value, and the answer will be stored in the destination register. When the run conditions are true, subtract instruction subtracts source B from source A and stores the result in the destination. Next figure shows how the subtraction instruction works. The operation of the logic rung is as follows. This is the SLC 500 subtraction instruction. Here, when the switch is closed, this SW examine if close instruction becomes true. When this becomes true, then here this instruction will be activated, subtraction instruction. The value in source is N7 colon 10. Here it is storing the value, say 520. Then the source value, the value in register B, that is N7 colon 05322, it will subtract the value 322 from 520. What is the answer here? 520 minus 322, it is 198. This value will be stored in some other register, that is destination register, that is N7 colon 20. Okay, this is how the subtraction instruction functions here. Fine. Then the same subtraction instruction is used to check for the overfill condition in the vessel. Suppose say the tank is being filled, right? There's a supply system and the tank is being filled. It will check the weight of the tank. Suppose if the weight of the tank is say 500 pounds, then it has to stop. Correct? The system has to stop. But if the weight is say more than 500, that means there is some leakage. That leakage has to be detected. That leakage detection is possible with the subtraction instruction. Let us see how this subtraction instruction is used to detect the overflow condition. The start switch is pressed. So when start is pressed, it will become closed. Then stop instruction is already in the closed condition. So this first rung becomes true. This full is examine if open. So that means the solenoid valve 1 here it will open to make the tank to fill. Okay, there's a tank. So this solenoid valve, when it opens, the tank starts to fill. Then when the tank is filling here, this fill solenoid valve, this is activated. So full condition is not at full here, right? It is open condition. Then the tank filling will be starting here. So that is shown by this lamp, tank filling condition. The tank is about to fill. Then greater than or equal to source value I colon 012. That is the weight of the tank is checked by the transducer. Right? How much is the weight of the tank? It will compare that value with 500 pounds, which is stored in B register. If the value in A register, that is the weight of the actual tank, if it is equal to 500, that means it will indicate it as full. The done bit will be 1 and the full coil will be energized, because of which the lamp will be glowing. Then when the full is activated here, the contact when it is activated, subtraction instruction, this gets activated. The value I colon 012, suppose say if it is 505, right? If it is 505 minus 500, value in A is 505, value in B is 500, 505 minus 500 is 5. That will be stored in the destination. Okay, so this value next, when the fifth rung is activated, greater than or equal to, it will check the value in A whether it is greater than or equal to value in B. What is the value in A, students? N7 colon 1 is 5 now, because 505 minus 500 is 5. That is 5 is compared with 5. If the value is equal to 5 or greater than 5, then the alarm has to blow. The alarm will blow, indicating that the value in A is equal to this value in B, that is 5, or it is greater than 5. What it indicates here? It indicates that there is some leakage from the tank. Actual value of the tank should be 500, but if it is more than 500, say 506 or 510, something like this, then again that has to be indicated. That is indicated by this alarm blowing. Okay. Then Once it is indicated, then the correction has to be done. They will correct it condition and they will rectify the, that will overcome the fault, and again the system is restored back. Let us proceed with the multiplication instruction. The MUL instruction is an output instruction that multiplies value in one register with value in another register, and the result will be stored in the destination register. The next figure shows the MUL instruction used with the SLC 500 controllers. Operation of the rung is explained here. When the switch is closed, then SW, this examine if close instruction is true, then the value in A register is 20. This is multiplied with the value in B register, and the answer will be stored in the destination register. Suppose say value in A is 20, value in B is 10, then 20 into 10 will be 200. That will be stored in this destination register or the memory location. Fine. The program here is an example of how MUL instruction calculates the product of two sources. One more example is illustrated here for understanding purpose. When the switch is closed, this examine if closed instruction is true, then multiplication instruction is activated. Value in A is 123, value in B is 61. 123 into 61, how much it is? Just calculate. 123 into 61, that comes out to 7503. That will be stored in destination N7:3. Then later, when the second rung is activated, to check whether this value in N7:3, that is destination of MUL instruction, 7503 is equal to the value in B, that is 7503 or not. If both are equal, this is the equal instruction, EQU. That means the done bit will be set, it will become 1 and the PL1 lamp will glow. The coil will be energized and the PL1 lamp will glow. Okay. The MUL instruction is also used as a part of the temperature control program. Here is a program which illustrates the temperature of an oven and how it is controlled using the MUL instruction. Let us see the working of this program here. It's a simple program, that is when the on-off switch is closed, the MUL instruction is activated. Right, this MUL instruction is activated. Source A register I:012. This is a thumb wheel switch that we discussed in the previous class. Right? Here it is indicating the value. The thumb wheel switch value is 400. Right? It is indicated in terms of 4 bits. 4 will be 0100 in binary, then 0 will be 0000. Okay. So the value in A register is 400. Value in B, it is multiplied by, value in A is 400 is multiplied by the value in B, that is 0.01. So 400 into 0.01 will be 4, that is stored in destination. Then when the second rung is activated, the add instruction is executed. Value in A is I:012, that is 400. Value in B is 4. So it will add the value in A with value in B, that is 404. Okay. Then third rung when it is activated, that means it indicates the higher limit. The exact value of the temperature is 400, but it is more than 400. It is 404. It is a higher end. Then when the third rung is executed, the subtraction instruction is activated. I:012, that is thumb wheel switch value is 400. 400 minus 4, it is 396. Okay, that is stored in the destination. Then the fourth rung when it is executed, it will check whether the value in I:013, there is a thermocouple or the oven temperature, it is whether less than 396 or more than 396. If it is less than 396, then PL1 lamp will glow. This PL1 lamp will glow if it is less than 396. Suppose if it is, when it is executing the fifth rung greater than, that is I:013, if it is greater than 404, that is it is greater than the 404 higher end, so the PL2 lamp will glow, PL2 lamp will be glowing. Okay. Then the on-off condition, this is when it is activated, the PL1 here condition will become true. Examine if that is closed condition, PL1 will be closed, then PL2 will be open and the heater will be turned on. So when PL1 is in on condition or closed condition, temperature is 396, heater will be on so as to increase the temperature to 400. The temperature will be increased from 396 to 400. Okay. Similarly, the parallel branch, the heater will be turned on. When on-off switch is closed here, the heater will be turned on. This is PL2 is an open condition. Still it is not closed. So the temperature will increase from 396 to about 400, whatever is being the reference value here of the thumb wheel switch. Then this is how the heater will be activated when the which rung it is, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th rung when it is activated. Okay. I hope everyone are following here, students. Yes. Then we will see the working of division instruction. The div instruction divides the value in A by the value in B, and the answer is stored in the destination register. Okay. The next is the example of the div instruction. This is a div instruction. The switch when it is closed, examine if closed instruction becomes true. Value in A register is say 100. Value in B register B is 2. So 100 divided by 2 is 50. That will be stored in the destination. So this is how the destination instruction will work in order to find the division operation or the division of two values. One is the value in A register, that is divided by the value in B register. The div instruction is used to calculate the value that results from dividing source A by source B. It's the same operation again. When switch is closed, examine if closed instruction, there is SW is executed, then div instruction is turned on. Okay, the value in A register is say 120, value in B is 4. What is the division taking place here? Yes, please. So it is 120 by 4, that will be 30. 30 will be stored in the destination. Then next, when second rung becomes true, it will check the value in N74:5, that is 30, with the value in B, that is 30. If both are equal, then PL1 lamp will glow. The pilot lamp one will glow here. That is the output lamp will glow. Okay. Then the next program, it shows the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Conversion of the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. The thumb wheel switch at the input side, when it is activated, we are providing the input here. The input is say 60 degrees Celsius. Input we are providing in the form of a thumb wheel switch. There are three switches here: first switch, second switch, and the third switch. First switch provides the temperature, that is 0. Second switch is 6, that is 0110. 0110 in binary. Third switch is providing the value 0. The final value that is provided by the thumb wheel switch is 60 degree Celsius. This temperature has to be converted into Fahrenheit. How does the conversion takes place? When the first rung is becoming true, the multiplication instruction is activated. The source register is A here, that is 60 is the our temperature, the input value, that is multiplied with 9. 60 into 9, that will give us 540. Then next rung is division operation. 540 divided by 5. Value in A is 540, value in B is 5. 540 divided by 5 is 108. Okay, so that is 60 into 9. 60 into 9 divided by 5. 60 into 9 divided by 5. Then after that, it will add the value 32. So the Celsius value will be multiplied by 9, then divided by 5. Then the result will be added with 32. That will give 140. So here we are getting 108. That is the output of the division instruction. This 108 is in N7:1. That is 108 of division instruction. It is added with the value in B, that is 32. What is the answer here? 108 plus 32, it is 140. This is how the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit takes place. 60 degree in Celsius will be 140 degree in Fahrenheit. Okay, and that will be displayed on the output. Okay. Then we'll see the other word level math instructions. This is the square root instruction. When the switch is closed, again, this examine if closed instruction is true, the rung becomes true, the square root instruction is executed. The square root instruction, when it is executed, the square root of 144, the value in source is 144. Square root of 144 is 12, is it not? The answer is 12, that will be stored in the destination. Then negate instruction, that is, it will find the negative value of the value in A register. Suppose the value in A register is 101. What is the negative value of 101? It is minus 101. Suppose say the value stored in A is 57. Then the negative value of 57 is minus 57. This is how this instruction will work. Then converting from integer to BCD. This is one of the important instructions. Here, to convert the integer value to BCD value, first it will check the bit pattern which is there in source with that of the destination. First, it has to match the bit pattern. The bit pattern in source is say of 8 bits. The bit pattern in destination should also be of 8 bits. Only then it will perform the operation. Otherwise, it will not convert the integer value to BCD value. Suppose say the value in source is 4 bits, value in destination is 8 bit, then the comparison cannot be performed. Okay. If only source and destination are the same bit values, same bit pattern, then the performing of conversion of integer to BCD value can be done. Suppose the integer value is say 10, so in BCD it will be this one will be, it is suppose you have 8 bits, then one is 0001. Okay, then this 0 will be 0000. Okay, just they have given an example here. The previous value is in destination 16, so the bit pattern of 10 will be matched with the bit pattern of 16. If both are of same bits, same number of bits, then this 10 BCD value, say it is 1 BCD value, the first digit is 1, its BCD value is 0001, then second digit is 0, its BCD value is 0000. This is how it is performing the conversion from integer value to BCD value. Similarly with the conversion from BCD to integer, here we have converted from integer to BCD, next is converting from BCD to integer. BCD is say 16, which is stored, it will match the value in destination, then the integer value of 16 will be stored within the destination. Okay, so this is how it is converting from, that is 16, which is the BCD value into the integer value. Okay, so the BCD value, it will be in terms of binary bits, that is 0001, and 6 is 0110. Just it's an example. Then the bit patterns are matched, source and destination. Once they are found equal, then the integer value of 0001 and 0110, that is 16, will be stored in the destination. Okay, I hope everyone are following here. Yes. Then the clear instruction. Clear, as the name itself indicates, that it is meant to clear the value. Switch is closed, rung becomes true. The clear instruction will clear the value. Whatever is the value stored in destination, that will be cleared. That means it will become completely 0. Following. Then next is a scale instruction. Scaling is multiplying a smaller value to obtain a larger value, or multiplying some scale factor the larger value to obtain the smaller value. Here the value is 25,100. So this, it is first 100 is multiplied with 25,000, then the result of that is divided by 10,000, and then offset means we have to add 127. So 100 into 25,000. Okay, that divided by 10,000. That divided by 10,000. Okay, so that plus 127. The answer will be 377. So this is called as the scale instruction. It is meant to either increase the smaller value to larger values, or to obtain from the larger value smaller values. Then few of the file arithmetic operations. The file arithmetic functions such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or square root, conversion from binary integer to BCD, or converting from BCD to integer, are also available with the file operations, or operation on the file. Operation on file is now operating on the set of values. Instead of operating on a single value, that is, instead of carrying out say addition, subtraction, multiplication, division on single values, right, here we are performing the operation on set of values. That is what we call as a file. The file arithmetic and logic instruction combines arithmetic operation with the file transfer. It is FAL, file arithmetic and logic instruction. The various operations that are implemented with the FAL instruction are same, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and square root. The next figure shows the example of file add function of the FAL instruction. Let us see its working. Add function of the FAL instruction. Here when switch is closed, SW examine if closed, this becomes true. The file arithmetic or logical instruction, this is becoming true. Okay, this is becoming true here. Then here what is the function that is performed? It is the file arithmetic addition instruction, and hence n7:25, n7:25, it is expression, that is n7:25, it has 4 values, so the length is 4. We can say length is 4 values. That plus value in n7:50, say 25 plus 50, answer is 75. That will be stored in destination, that is n7:100. Similarly, the next value 234 plus 22, 256, 1256 plus 456, 1712, 77 plus 100, 177. So like this it will perform the addition operation on the set of values, not only just 25 plus 50 and obtain 75 and leave it, but it is performing the values on more than one value. So it is performing the addition operation on more than one values, and hence it is called as the file arithmetic logic addition instruction. FAL, file arithmetic logical addition instruction. Similarly, the subtract instruction of the FAL function, file arithmetic logical subtract instruction. Again, the same thing, the rung becomes true when switch is closed. Then the value here, it evaluates the expression n10:0 minus 255. n10:0, suppose if it is 680 minus 255, this will be 425. 425. Then 950 minus 255, it is 695. It is subtracting this constant value 255 from the source, and the answer will be stored in the destination. Okay, 100 minus 255 is how much? Minus 155, correct? That will be stored in the destination. Once all these operations are completed, then your bit will be high. Multiply function of the FAL instruction. Again, the rung becomes true. The FAL file arithmetic logical multiply function becomes true. 7:23. So 20 into 100 is 2000. That will be stored in n7:500 in the destination. Then 240 into 100, that is 24,000. Minus 780 to 100 minus 7,800, like this. It is performing multiplication factor, and the answer or the result will be stored in the destination. Clear? Division function of the FAL instruction. The ring are again 4 values. It will divide the value F8:20 by F8:100. The value in F8:20 is 100 divided by 1000. That will be 25 by 100 by 1000. It is 0.25 by 2. It is 12.5. Yes or no? The 12.5 value will be stored in the destination. Then 586 stored by 3 like that. So every the destination register or in the destination memory location. Fine. So in today's class, students, we have to explain in few points about these commands. Say CPT compute command, EDD command, subtraction SUB, MUL multiply command, DIV divide command, SQR square root, then negate, convert to BCD, convert from BCD to integer. These are the various commands. Then various mathematical instructions starting from computing. Counter program that uses the ADD instruction. This is the counter program which illustrates the working of ADD instruction. Then we have seen what is meant by process status file S2. It stores the various bits such as carry bit, overflow bit, 0 bit, and the sign bits. Subtraction instruction, working of SUB instruction. Then illustration of subtraction instruction with an example of vessel overfill alarm program. Vessel overfill alarm program. Multiplication instruction, that is the block representation of the MUL instruction. Then we have the illustration example of MUL instruction to calculate the product of two values. Then MUL instruction used as part of the temperature control program to illustrate how it is in between the two ranges. If it is less than the higher limit, then some value has to be added so as to bring it to the reference value. Division instruction, the working of division instruction. Division instruction is to calculate the value that results from dividing source A by source B. Then how to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit? Again, with the usage of MUL, DIV and EDD instructions. All these three instructions are used here to obtain the Fahrenheit equivalent of the input value in the Celsius. Then other word level math instructions. So the question may be asked on other word level math instructions to explain the various word level math instructions or other word level math instructions of PLC. Then you will have to draw the block diagram, right? Explain it with the rung representation. So when the rung becomes true, what happens to the instruction? It gets activated, and what is the function performed by that block or that instruction? The SQR square root instruction, negate instruction, then converting from integer to BCD, converting from BCD to integer, integer to BCD and BCD to integer, then clear instruction, then we have scale instruction, then few of the file arithmetic operations which operate on set of values. Is it not? The various FAL instructions are EDD, FAL EDD, addition, FAL subtraction instruction, FAL SUB, FAL multiply instruction, FAL MUL, then FAL DIV instruction, FAL DIV. So these are the various topics that we have covered in today's class. I hope everyone have understood. If there are any doubts, any questions on these topics, please send your questions to me so that I will clarify your doubts. I will answer to your questions. Thank you.